Alright, here's a video review for a new line of figures from Bandai Namco. I don't know if it's Unitrobo or Unitrobo. I've seen it referred to as both. This is probably my favorite one of the first four that I got. This is Apple Lobster. It is an apple and a lobster. And you might think, what do these two have to do with each other? And I honestly don't know. They're both red. I think that may be the driving force behind a lot of these things. But yeah, it's actually not a little bad little lobster. It's a fun little, he's mostly one solid chunk, but he's got these little posable arms here. The apple is just an apple. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, so you can have fun terrorizing people with a plastic lobster. It's too big to be a crayfish, too small to be a real lobster, maybe a baby lobster. It's also red, which means it's been cooked, but whatever. And you see there's little clips here, and these are not super solid clips. Like, it doesn't take a whole lot of force to pop them apart, but considering these are aimed at children, that does not surprise me. Now, because I remember a bunch of Power Rangers toys had these hard plastic clips that would easily crack and break, and that was disappointing. So anyway, you can see there's a button here that when you pop them together will auto-transform these guys. There's not a whole lot to them. They're a little cheaper than I expected them to feel, but at the same time, they're not like super cheap or anything. But at the same time, they're not super expensive. So, I mean, I think the larger ones sell for roughly about 17, 18 bucks, and the smaller ones are about 8 or 9 bucks. So, you know, these aren't high-end third-party toys. But anyway, lobster, apple, and you just take them, clip them together. You can see the lobster kind of auto falls apart. The legs come down here. Now on the apple, you do need to finish, kind of get some force there, and click the legs the last way down, because if you don't click those legs the last way down, he does not support himself. So you got to kind of push. You'll hear that click, open these up to the side, and then push this middle piece around to the back. And again, you can see I've already popped the lobster off because it's a little loose there on the clips. Now this piece, you don't have to fold it up, but it does rotate around there. You can kind of tuck that up into the waist piece, and then fold the little lobster legs down, and then the arms themselves are on a ball joint, and you can rotate them around to the front. And then pop that all apart. Like I said, the clips are not the strongest. It's my one minor gripe with these things. Again, I understand because you're giving these children who are going to want to pop them apart all day long, but ideally. But yeah, they all have some sort of equalizer motif with some note. All their eyeballs are shaped like musical notes, so how that plays into the fiction, I don't know. I just saw these and thought they looked cool. But there is Apple Lobster in robot mode. You can see the lobster tail sticks out a bit from the back. But, like I said, surprisingly bigger than I expected. Let me turn around here. I have, here's it's the Shattered Glass version, but here's the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold. So, like, they're not insignificantly small. But yeah, kind of cool, basic, a little silly. There's a lot of them in the line. I did not get Plane Eraser or Beetle Steam Locomotive, which I may pick up at some point. There's also apparently Ambulance Cake and Pineapple Bus coming. I'm definitely going to get Pineapple Bus. Pineapple Bus, I didn't see what the price on Ambulance Cake was, but Pineapple Bus is one of the smaller units. This is one of the larger figures. Well, as we go, we'll show them all off together. But there is Bandai Namco's Unitrobo, a subline of Machine Robo. There is Apple Lobster.